10 years ago.
Oh no 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 no!
He's chasing Natasha. He's closing in. She can't escape.
I have to hide!
Natasha kneels behind a rock, her left foot squelching in the dark mud, as Redfield's voice whispers all around her.
Are you Natasha?
The mud oozes inside Natasha's shoe, past her ankle, and her danger instincts kick in, and she quickly moves, avoiding the vines.
Ha! You can't catch me!
The thick vines chase after her, accidentally leading her into the clearing. The vines catch Natasha, hanging her upside down in front of the house's dark door, and she laughs as the vines set her down on her feet.
You cheater! You peeked!
Natasha hears a shriek of laughter as Noah tumbles out of the branches of a nearby tree.
Ooh, no fair! You didn't tell me you could control birds and stuff. They tried to peck me in my eye.
Jane kicks her feet as invisible claws yank her out from behind a tree stump by the arms.
Mr. Red, stop! You're gonna rip my dress! You play too rough.
As Mr. Red drags the rest of the others into the clearing, Natasha hears a whisper of laughter rising off the stones. In the window nearby, Natasha spots a shadowy figure watching them.
Hey guys, come see this!
Come see what?
There's someone inside the house.
Mr. Red? Is that you? The real you?
The vines recede from the clearing as the figure in the house shrinks back into the darkness.
Oh, it's him. He's shy. Mr. Red, you should come outside.
No.
How come?
Because you'll be scared.
Andy begins to chant, and some of the others quickly join in.
Come out, come out, come out.
Come out.
Come out.
Guys, maybe we shouldn't.
But Noah is drowned out as everyone else joins in, the chant growing louder and louder.
Mr. Red, come out to play.
The shadows pulse, a coil of darkness bleeding out from the doorway. It boils into a shifting black shape before their eyes.
Holy crap! What the heck is that?
Play.
Natasha's danger instincts awaken once again, and she quickly drags her friends back away from Mr. Red.
Get back! Don't touch my friends, you freak!
Mr. Red tries to get closer, but winces at the light. He shields his face, recoiling, and recedes back into the house. The forest falls still as they struggle to catch their breath.
Did you guys see that? What was that? What is he?
They all look back towards the shadowy shape of Mr. Red in the doorway of the house.
I don't know, but it seems like light hurts him.
Like a vampire?
Or maybe outside just gives him a migraine.
What's a migraine?
It's like a really bad headache. Our mom gets them.
Poor Mr. Red.
We gotta help him. But what can we do?
Oh, I know. Remember last year when I got an ear infection and I couldn't leave the house for a whole week?
Yeah, we all came over and watched movies and stuff.
Oh, I get it. We do that for Mr. Red, since he's afraid of the light. He could come back here when it's dark. And, go inside?
The group falls silent and turns towards the house. Natasha thinks about the last time they were there.
It'll be okay, right?
As long as we remember the rules.
Everyone plays together. We all go, or nobody goes.
So, are we all going?
Natasha watches her friends' expressions. One by one they nod, They glance towards the door, where a sad pair of eyes stares out at them.
I'll go for you guys. I'm not sure about Mr. Red, but we gotta stick together. So if you all really want to do this, then we'll do it. We'll come back here at night, and we'll go inside.
How are we gonna convince our parents to let us?
We'll think of something.
Yes, spooky, scary sleepover.
As everyone eagerly discusses sleepover plans, Natasha glimpses a pair of eyes in the door of the ruins. Present day. On the night of Britney's party, Natasha sits on her bed, staring out the window, while Lily does her makeup in the mirror.
Are you still thinking about what happened at the hospital?
You mean the part where Dan came out of his coma just to become the mouthpiece of a creepy forest entity? Kinda hard not to think about, but I'm so ready to unwind. Woo! I'm gonna let my metaphorical hair down and really chill. Maybe not all the way down since we'll still be knee-deep in enemy territory.
Britney's not that bad all the time. At least a party might get everyone's minds off the whole Mr. Red situation. For a while, you know?
She turns and looks at herself in the mirror again, tucking her hair behind her ears.
Wow, someone is more excited than me.
I kind of am. I feel pretty good about tonight. It's crazy, but even with everything going on right now, I think things really are finally starting to go my way.
Are you really sure that Britney's sudden change of heart has nothing to do with Redfield?
She shudders at the mention of his name.
I know it seems that way, Natasha, but there's no proof. He can't do something like that. Maybe she really is trying to turn over a new leaf, just like Stacy said.
Listen, Lily, I hope Stacy's right. Can you imagine a world where Britney's actually tolerable?
Of course I can, silly. I keep trying to tell you guys she wasn't always like this.
I know you guys used to be friends, but it's actually impressive how positive you are about her.
Lily turns back towards the mirror. In the reflection, Natasha can see she's blushing.
We kissed once, actually.
Really?
It was back in middle school, and, it was at Girl Scout camp. We were up super late, talking about stuff. She asked if there were any boys I liked, and I said no, and then she asked if there were any girls I liked.
Her blush deepens as she looks down at her intertwined fingers. She bites her lip.
I've always liked her, even before I knew that it was a crush. I admired her. How she wasn't ever afraid to stand her ground.
At least that hasn't changed.
That was the night we kissed, and I don't know, everything just kind of felt right. I know you're trying to look out for me, Natasha, but you don't know her like I do, and this is a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay, but remember that I got your back. If she ends up hurting you, she's dead meat.
Lily smiles, pulling her into a hug.
Okay, are we ready?
As we'll ever be. Let's go!
Natasha crosses the threshold into Brittany's living room, which is packed wall to wall with Westchester students.
Hey, Lily, Natasha! We're so glad you're here! Right, Britt?
Brittany winces, looking almost sick.
Yeah, so glad.
Britney, thanks for the invite. I've actually been kind of looking forward to this.
I so don't care.
Brittany rolls her eyes, and they land on Lily. She brightens almost instantly.
Hey, Lil, remember that horrible vase my mom used to have? You have to see this new travesty she bought.
Sure, it can't be uglier than the last one, can it?
Brittany giggles, taking Lily by the wrist and leading her towards the kitchen.
I'm guessing I have you to thank for the invite.
You guessed correctly. Are you going to thank me?
I might, once I figure out if this party is fun or not.
Even if it's a total bust, we're still gonna have fun.
Natasha looks out across the crowd and spots Connor talking with some guys near a corner of the room.
Oh, hey, your brother's here.
Stacy glances towards where Natasha's looking and purses her lips.
Yup, I invited him, but he's barely said hi to anyone. Those are some of his friends from high school.
Connor looks up and smiles when he sees Natasha, giving her a little wave. Natasha waves back, smiling a little.
I forgot you guys kind of know each other. From when we were kids, I mean.
Actually, we've been hanging out recently.
You guys have been hanging out. Are you, like, dating?
No. Besides, I'm not into Connor like that.
Stacy chuckles, shrugging.
Oh, sorry for jumping to a conclusion.
There's a moment of silence between the two of them.
I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but how are you holding up?
Pretty good considering, you know, everything that's going on.
Hey, that's something these days.
Oh, some of my cheer friends just walked in. Do you mind if I...
Not at all. I'm gonna go say hi to Connor.
Why don't you come find me later? We can catch up some more.
As Stacy walks off, Natasha squeezes through the big clump of people in the living room and makes her way over to Connor.
Hey, stranger.
Hey, Natasha. Stacy said you might be coming.
Oh yeah? And here I am. The party has officially arrived.
Finally, I thought I'd die of boredom.
Looked like you were doing okay a minute ago. Where'd your friends go?
Connor shrugs.
Wandered off somewhere. They wouldn't have gone far. There's a ton of available entertainment in this town. You look great tonight, by the way.
Excuse you. I always look good.
I didn't mean it like that. You always look nice. That outfit just happens to look especially nice. It's just, you're such a happy kid. It seems like every time I've seen you lately, you seem worried.
I'm totally fine. Things happen a little crazy lately, but nothing I can't handle.
Well, I don't want to keep you from your friends, so I'm going to get some fresh air.
Sure, I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Connor heads to the backyard through the sliding glass door, and Natasha makes her way to the kitchen to grab a drink.
Natasha, over here!
Natasha turns to see Lily and Brittany chatting in the corner next to a bowl of punch, and heads over to them.
Do you know what you're wearing for homecoming? I was thinking of getting a long dress, but Britt says I should wear something knee-length.
I was trying to tell Lil what great calves she has. She should totally show them off.
What do you think?
I think short. Nothing wrong with showing a little leg. Plus, it's not like it's prom or anything.
Never thought Natasha and I would be on the same side, but a short dress will be easier to dance in.
She takes Lily's hand and twirls her around, the both of them laughing.
I guess that's a good point. It's been so long since I've really danced. Do you know who you're going with, Natasha?
No, not yet.
Better hurry up, or all the good ones will be gone. And by good ones, I mean one of those loser friends of yours who might actually date you. But I don't have to worry about that. Lily, you'll go with me, right?
Lily glances in her direction briefly, then lets out an excited squeal.
Of course! I'd love to be your date.
Yes! Phew, I was so nervous about that. I'll be right back. I gotta go tell Joss.
She gives Lily a quick kiss on the lips before breezing past them.
Oh my god, can this not get any better?
It would be better if you dance with me.
I don't know.
Oh yes you do, come on.
But Britney...
We'll still be there after we, as my partner would say, busted a move.
The music switches to an upbeat song, and Natasha begins to shake her hips.
What do you call that?
Come on, I'm shaking my hips just like the musician Shakira.
Lily giggles, but starts to follow Natasha's lead with the music. By the next song, she's really getting into it.
Woo, that's right, let it loose.
People at school always have something to say about what I do or wear. It's hard just to be myself sometimes.
Lily, that's even more reason you should. You're never going to escape people talking about you. It's just part of life. What matters is how you feel about yourself. Just let all the other stuff go.
Lily throws her arms over her head and whoops loudly. Several other people nearby cry out in reply, and more people join the makeshift dance floor. Lily glances at Natasha, flushed and beaming.
Oh my goodness, that was...
liberating?
Lily nods excitedly. Just then, the song changes, and Natasha and Lily exchange a look.
Do you remember the dance we used to do to this?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to...
You bet.
They clear a small amount of space between the two of them.
Okay. Remember, it's step, step, slide to the right, spin, 2 claps, booty shake, grapevine, Charlie's Angels pose.
Maybe I didn't remember it as well as I thought. What was...
And 5, 6, 7, 8.
As the chorus starts, Natasha follows Lily's lead. They do the first 2 steps. People turn to look in their direction.
Okay, step. What comes next?
Natasha slides to the right, and Lily grins. The people watching start to clap in time to the music.
That's it.
Natasha does a spin, and follows that with 2 quick claps, which leads them into the next move. They jump and turn so they're facing each other, shaking their hips. The crowd cheers.
Let's bring this home.
Natasha copies Lily's grapevine. She seems right in her element. Finally, it's time for the grand finale. Natasha and Lily go back to back, holding their hands up like guns. A wild cheer goes up from the onlookers, and Natasha and Lily bow.
That was even better than when we were kids. You definitely still got it, Natasha.
Hey, I was just copying you. You're the real dancer here.
I forgot how much fun you are to be around.
Lily grabs both of Natasha's hands, looking directly into her eyes.
Promise, we won't stop talking again like we did before.
Promise.
Lily pulls Natasha into a hug, squeezing her tightly.
Lily, I didn't know you could dance like that. You've got to teach me.
Britney glares at Natasha as she tugs Lily away. Several others gather around to learn the steps as well. Natasha smiles at herself as she heads to the backyard for some fresh air. Outside, Natasha sees Andy, surrounded by people from multiple sports teams, including...
Are you doing anything after the game next week? The cross-country team is gonna make Halia brownies and watch horror movies.
That sounds great, but Andy's actually super allergic to brownies. Not chocolate, just brownies.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Kinda like looking into the Twilight Zone, isn't it?
Natasha whirls around to see Noah behind her, tossing potato chips into the pool one by one.
Oh, hey Noah. I didn't see you there.
Just one of my many skills.
He sits on a nearby lounge chair, and Natasha sits on the one across from him.
So, are you having fun?
Surprisingly, yeah, kind of. Things could be better, but it beats being at home, I guess.
Come on, the night's still young, and I know just a way to up your spirits.
Yeah, what's that?
Wanna walk around for a bit?
Please, I can't listen to Jocelyn's laugh anymore.
Right? It sounds like a porpoise choking on its own spit.
Almost as if on cue, Jocelyn's laugh cuts through the sounds of the party. Natasha and Noah grin.
Step one is to get away from all of that.
Noah laughs and follows Natasha around the edge of the pool to the other side, away from the rest of the party.
So, I gotta ask, why you decide to come tonight?
Noah shrugs and mumbles.
It's dumb.
I bet it's not. What if I tell you something dumb?
Maybe. Depends on what you got.
Okay, well, I got points of my language arts homework because I misspelled orange.
You mean the most phonetically sound word in the English language?
See? That was dumb.
I came because, well, being with your friends in a place you hate is still better than being alone, right?
Noah doesn't wait for Natasha's reply. Instead, he walks over to the chrome-plated grill nearby and runs a finger across its lid.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There's a moment of silence while Noah inspects the grill even further.
Please tell me you're going to grill us up something. I would not turn that down.
I could. I make a pretty good Philly cheesesteak with hot peppers.
Pretty good? That sounds amazing.
With a little bit of my special au jus, bet you won't find a better sandwich.
I didn't know you were into cooking.
You don't actually know much about me anymore.
Natasha pauses in an uncomfortable silence. Noah plops down in one of the chairs, and she follows suit.
Sorry, that was a little harsh. My parents were always too busy to make dinner, and Jane and I were getting really sick of frozen dinners. The first thing I ever made on the stove was a grilled cheese for her. She said it tasted like happiness.
Noah's lip twitches as his smile disappears.
Anyway, I didn't mean to snap at you.
It's okay. I'm still thinking about that cheesesteak.
Noah cracks a smile that quickly turns wistful.
I would love to open my own diner one day. Sandwiches, burgers, french fries, onion rings, fried potato salad.
Wait, tell me more about this potato salad.
Oh yeah, I've got a great recipe for that. I'd have my own diner, and I'd call it Baby Jane's.
That's a really good name.
It would be, but it's never gonna happen.
Why not? It sounds like you got some pretty genius ideas already.
Lots of ideas, no money. I'll be lucky to go to Westchester Community College. What chance do I have of going to an actual culinary school? And then there's business school, marketing classes. It's just not possible.
Well, don't give up on it yet. You've still got time to figure everything out. We haven't even graduated yet.
That doesn't change the facts. My family has, like, no money.
That just makes you a better candidate for financial aid. You're looking at this entirely the wrong way.
I don't know.
Try this. Say, I'm going to culinary school.
Noah's cheeks turn a shade pinker. His words come out in a rushed whisper.
I'm going to culinary school.
Sorry, what was that?
He rolls his eyes and smiles.
I'm going to culinary school.
Natasha cups her hands around her mouth and yells out to the people on the other side of the pool.
Did you hear that? Noah's going to culinary school after graduation!
Hell yeah, man! Live your truth!
Natasha turns back to Noah, who's grinning from ear to ear.
See? Now you have to.
You're a weird kid, you know that? Thanks.
Anytime.
Natasha stands up and holds her hand out to him.
Now, what do you say we go back to the party? See if Britney has any hot dogs?
You go ahead. I like how quiet it is over here.
The two of them nod at each other, and Natasha walks back towards the party.
Oh, hey! There you are! I was wondering when you'd come to say hi. You look really nice tonight, by the way.
I was going to come and say hi, but I thought I'd let your adoring basketball fans get to you first.
Andy glances back at the group he just walked away from and shrugs.
Nah, call it 15 minutes of fame. I'm sure everyone will go to crapping on me as soon as Ben's starting again.
That's the spirit. Bask in the whole feeling of being part of the in crowd, even just for a little while. It must be nice.
It's pretty nice not having to worry about being shoved in a locker, or have gum thrown at you.
Andy grins at Natasha, but his smile falters a bit as his eyes land on Tom, standing awkwardly at the edge of the crowd.
I wish I could rub some of this feeling off on Tom, so he could enjoy it with me, you know?
I'm sure he's happy for you. Maybe that's enough for him.
Man, if he could feel as great as I feel right now, the two of us would be unstoppable.
You're a good friend, Andy. I'm glad I got you in my corner.
Hey Andy, what you doing over there?
Andy looks back and forth between Natasha and Tom.
Go ahead. Your adoring public awaits. I'm getting cold anyway.
Thanks, Natasha. Catch up with me later, yeah? I feel like we never get to hang out enough.
As Natasha walks back into the house, the sound of sudden applause makes her jump. She sees a group huddled around Ava nearby.
What's going on in here?
Ava's putting on a pretty good show. It makes total sense that she would be into magic tricks.
Ava plucks a spider from high up on the wall. Her captive audience leans in for a closer look. The spider scrambles in her palm for a moment, then slowly rises into the air and launches towards the crowd. Someone screams.
What? Scared? It's not even touching you.
Sure enough, the spider is hovering in midair, just inches from a guy's face.
Whoa! Are you seeing this, Natasha?
Yeah, I see it. I bet there's a string. Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, you're probably right. I was a little freaked for a second there.
Yeah, I'm incredible. Now scatter. I gotta get me some punch.
As the crowd disperses, Natasha walks up to Ava, pulling her into a more secluded corner.
Are you nuts?
Are you nuts? Leaving the house looking that good? You're gonna cause car accidents.
Don't change the subject. I'm talking about the witchy stuff.
Oh, relax. Everyone thinks it was all fake anyway.
After what happened yesterday, are you sure you should just be throwing powers around like that?
You mean when I totally saved our asses from that weird vortex?
You got lucky. We have no idea what'll happen next time.
Okay, not my finest moment of control, but I did kinda save us, and I've been practicing all day. I know yesterday was weird, but that doesn't necessarily mean these powers are bad, right?
A beat of silence passes as Ava waits for Natasha to say something.
You know, you gotta be more careful. Stacy's brother was totally catching on for a minute there.
So? I'm a witch? I'd totally shout from the rooftops if I could.
Yeah, but this doesn't just affect you.
Fine, no more magic shows. Cross my heart. Hey, do me a favor, would you? I saw Lucas pacing outside by himself. which would be normal for me, but it's all wrong for our class prez. I'd check on him myself, but feelings make me feel icky.
Yeah, of course.
Cool, come find me later. I've got some more tricks up my sleeve.
Ava waggles her fingers at Natasha as she walks away. Natasha finds Lucas outside and falls into step with him as he walks around the pool at a slow pace. He glances at Natasha again, as if taking her in. His face turns completely red.
Wow, you look really beautiful tonight. I mean, nice.
Did I left the charming class president speechless?
No fair. That dress would leave anyone speechless.
The two smile. Then he turns back to gaze out over the still, dark pool.
Okay, what's up with you?
I'm fine. It's just, I threw all those pills away yesterday, and it's my first day without them in a while. I'm a little out of it.
Good thing we're at a party then. There's so many things to distract you.
She points to the people dancing near the pool.
Why not try dancing?
What? I can barely dance with music. I'll just look silly.
Just find a melody and a beat. It'll be fine. And don't fret. I will gladly be your partner.
Natasha takes Lucas's hand, his expression flushed, embarrassed. An upbeat music plays as the two go to the dance floor. While they go through the motions, Lucas gains courage. He stumbles at first, unsure and bashful.
Where do you even learn to dance, Lucas? The 60s want their moves back, honestly.
The College of Two Left Feet, obviously. And I'll have you know, the twist is still an awesome dance.
Crowd notices Lucas dancing and begins to cheer for him.
Go for it, class prez.
The two continue to dance, happy and having fun. After a while, they finish dancing and Lucas smiles and laughs.
See? That was pretty distracting, and you didn't need to impress anyone.
Yeah, I guess you can be pretty distracting.
Everyone recognizes you, but you also recognize them. You know everyone at school, don't you?
Yeah, well, I kind of have to. It comes with the whole student body prez territory. Know your constituents and all that.
Maybe that's why it was so weird seeing you out here all alone earlier.
You might be surprised to learn that I've been feeling lonely these days. All of the eerie goings-on lately, and all those thoughts about Mr. Cooper keep circling around my mind.
Well, you know I'm here for you. Whenever, wherever. Anytime you need me, I'll be there.
Thanks. I appreciate that. But for now, I'll settle for getting some refreshments. Care to join me in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'll catch you later. I want to take a moment to relax. Been talking to everyone.
Of course, no problem.
As the two walk, Natasha watches the party around her. The wind picks up, tickling the back of her neck. Then, she feels a cold hand on her shoulder.
What the?
Natasha whips around, hands curled into tight fists.
Don't hit me! Jeez, Lily! You scared the crap out of me!
Sorry. Britney's getting some people together to play a party game and I thought you'd want to join.
Sure, Lily. Sounds fun.
Natasha follows Lily inside, to where a small group is gathering around a circle of beanbag chairs.
Lily, come sit by me.
Obviously.
Lily plops down on the couch next to Britney, and Natasha takes the empty beanbag between Ava and Tom. Stacy sits across from them.
So, what are we playing?
I hope it's Truth or Dare.
Hell yeah, I'm so ready to make you guys do stupid stuff.
What is this? Kindergarten? We're gonna play Are You Scared?
The name hits Natasha like a blow to the head. Stacy's smile falters, and Lily goes a bit pale. Even Ava visibly stiffens. Noah's eyes narrow from where he sits on a couch nearby.
Maybe we could play something else?
But I don't think I know this one. How do you play?
We choose one person to be the monster, and they go around the circle trying to scare people. If you flinch, you're dead.
But a monster can't touch you. You leave if you can tell the monster.
Lily's words echo in Natasha's mind, sending her stumbling back into a memory.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Yo, Natasha.
Natasha shakes her head, trying to clear it.
What? Sorry.
I said, are we gonna play or what? Come on, Tom's never played before.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Natasha grips the edges of her chair, looking around at her friends, and they stare back at her.
You know what? Yeah, it's just a game. Let's do it.
Are you serious? You guys are just fine with this?
Stacy looks around the circle. Ava meets her eyes defiantly, but Lily looks away as soon as Stacy turns her direction.
No way. Do whatever you want, but leave me out of it.
Stacy stands sharply and stomps away. Noah gets up too, his arms shaking. As he walks away, he mutters,
Not cool, Natasha.
What's their problem? Are You Scared is like the best game ever.
A loud voice sounds directly behind her, making her flinch.
Yeah, it is! Teams on being the monster!
You want to be the monster? Should be an easy role for you.
You want to start something, Natasha?
Ava's eyes narrow, her expression suddenly fiery. She gets to her feet, gesturing to her now empty chair.
I'm the monster this round. Have a seat.
Fine.
Cody sits down. Ava turns in a slow circle, then suddenly lunges at Lily with a menacing look.
Are you scared?
Lily jumps, grabbing Britney's arm. Both of them dissolve into giggles. Ava grins, moving on to Tom.
Are you scared?
You're not gonna get me, so...
Tom jumps as Ava surprises him with hands together, making a loud crack, less than an inch from his face.
Ah!
Boom. Dead.
Turning, Ava bends over backwards. Her face hovers inches from Natasha's. Eyes rolled back in her head and teeth bared in a wolfish grin.
Are you scared?
Natasha stares stoically into Ava's ghoulish face.
I'm not scared.
Ava straightens up, pouting.
Boo. Way to break my streak, Natasha.
Sorry, maybe next round.
Ava slowly moves to stand over Cody. She stares at him for a long second, then two.
Are you scared, Cody?
Sorry, but while I do kinda wanna barf whenever I look at you, I'm not scared!
Cody goes stiff, eyes widening in horror as a huge cockroach suddenly crawls up his face and into his nose. He jumps to his feet, clawing at his face as everyone else in the circle howls with laughter.
Oh my god, Cody, you are so dead.
No way! That doesn't count!
Go ahead and leave if you don't like it.
Cody sits back down, grumbling to himself, and Ava moves on to her next victim.
Are you scared, Stephanie?
A while later.
Are you scared?
Yeah, you keep yelling louder every time, but it's just not getting scarier.
Frustrated, Cody starts around the circle for a third time.
So, if he doesn't get the rest of us out this round, what happens?
We vote on a new monster, and everyone laughs at how lame and unscary Cody is.
Cody scowls, rounding on Natasha.
Cody, this is just pathetic. I have literally never seen anyone do worse at this game. I don't know if your reputation will survive.
Shut your face, Natasha!
Cody leans in close, bracing his hands on the beanbag to the side.
Hey, monsters can't touch anyone.
Cool it, Rep. I'm just touching the chair.
Cody gets even closer, dropping his voice so low, even Natasha can barely hear.
You've been really cocky this past week, Natasha, and I'm getting pretty tired of it. Soon, and I'm talking very soon, I'm gonna make sure you pay in bruises for every little smart-ass remark you've ever made. Scared yet?
Before Natasha can answer, Cody heaves up on the chair, toppling her over backwards.
What the hell, man? That's out of line.
What? I didn't lay a finger on her.
Natasha!
Shakily, Natasha gets to her feet, waving Lily away. Her feet move automatically, carrying her towards the back door. Natasha hurries outside, Cody and the others trailing behind her. The people in the backyard watching intently.
Where you going, Natasha? The game was just starting to get fun!
Get away from me!
Lucas appears from inside the house, a dangerous look on his face as he blocks Cody's path.
Sounds to me like it's time for you to leave.
Come on, it's not my fault Natasha can't take a joke!
Lucas starts forward, but Natasha stops him, and Ava gets in front of them. Cody's sneer falters for a second as Ava walks right up to him.
You heard, Blondie. Time to go.
Cody suddenly stumbles back, shoved off balance by Ava's powers.
Geez, okay, no need to...
He stumbles again, nearly falling as he scrambles for the side of the house.
She's doing it again! That freak friend of yours! Cody, get away from her!
Cody breaks into a run, vanishing around the corner. Natasha hugs Lucas while in tears. The rest of the friends gather around her.
Are you okay? I'll be fine. Just glad he's gone.
That was awesome, Ava.
Yeah, I've never seen a guy literally fall over from fear before.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. What a klutz.
Nobody messes with my friends.
Come on, Natasha. Let's go back inside.
Inside, Natasha is with Lucas as he grabs her a glass of water in the kitchen. She drinks it slowly, pulse still pounding in her ears.
Hey, don't let Cody get under your skin like that. He's just a jerk who always wants to feel superior to others.
You're right. I should be having a good time.
Natasha looks around at the crowded party, looking for friendly faces.
I'm gonna go see some friends.
Of course. Come and find me if you need anything else.
Natasha spots Connor, rooting through the snack table in the kitchen.
Find anything good?
Plenty, but if I hear another tortilla chip, I'll turn into an ear of corn.
How do you know you're not already? This could all be a dream.
A corny one? Seriously though, if I don't get some fruits and veggies in me soon, I think I'll die.
Natasha looks around the kitchen and finds a bowl of apples behind the punch bowl.
Eureka! I just saved your life.
Yes! Pass me one of those.
Natasha pushes the bowl behind her.
You want him? What do I get out of this? Step into my office and let's talk numbers.
Natasha steeples her fingers and gives him a stern look.
Free rides for a week?
I'm just messing. Here, you've earned this.
Natasha scoots the bowl toward him, and he grabs an apple.
You want to split this with me?
Yeah,
As Natasha watches, he wraps his hands around the apple and after a second, twists the apple into two halves.
What the? How did you do that?
I'm multi-talented.
No, seriously. Are you a secret bodybuilder or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Just a trick I picked up. Want me to show you how?
Yes please. I could totally use this skill to strike fear in the hearts of my enemies.
It's not a test of strength at all, but here.
He grabs another apple, and Natasha leans in close. He puts the apple in her open palms.
Put it on this part of your hand here, and then press your thumbs together here.
And I just twist?
Natasha presses hard. Then...
Holy crap, I did it!
Natasha passes him the other half, and he takes a bite, grinning.
So, got any other impressive skills I should know about?
Nope, I'm basically a two-trick pony. I can't even whistle.
Aha! Now that's something I could teach you.
Good luck. Many have tried. None have succeeded. In fact, one time
He's cut off as someone bumps into him from behind, pushing him into Natasha. He steadies himself against the counter, their bodies inches apart.
Oh, Sorry. That guy... Are you okay?
Yeah.
Connor's so close to Natasha that she can feel the heat radiating off of his body. Skimming across her skin, Natasha pushes him away.
Good thing you caught yourself, or you would have been eating counter.
Yeah, not as tasty as these apples for sure. Well, I should.
I better.
Natasha laughs and gestures to Connor to speak first.
I told my friends I'd come back about an hour ago. I'll catch you later.
You bet.
Connor passes through the kitchen and walks out the sliding door, while she heads back to the living room. Natasha finds Andy sitting on the pool's diving board, dangling his bare feet in the water. His shoes and phone sit on a deck chair nearby.
Mind if I sit?
I'd mind if you didn't. Careful though, this thing's a little slippery.
Natasha leaves her shoes and valuables beside Andy's, then carefully sits down next to him on the diving board.
So, Andy, how come you're over here by yourself?
Just needed a little breather from the crowd. It can get kind of overwhelming in there.
Yeah, your adoring fans have barely left you alone all night. I don't know how you manage.
Honestly, it's kind of scary, having everyone looking at me like that. Which is stupid, right? Like, all I've wanted for the past few years is a chance to show everyone what I can do. Now my dreams come true. And don't get me wrong, I'm stoked. It's just...
You're worried that you'll lose it all?
Yeah. Is that crazy? I just can't stop thinking. What if that game was just a fluke? What if the next time I get on the court, I totally blow it?
I don't think that was a fluke, Andy. You're a machine out there.
Andy lets out a long sigh, kicking the surface of the water.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just need to get out of my head. Lucky for me, there's a party going on. And I'm hanging out with one of the coolest people I know. Hey, wanna find a game or something?
Andy starts to get to his feet, but suddenly slips on the wet surface of the diving board.
Whoa!
Andy topples into the pool. He emerges a second later by the pool ladder, soaked through and spluttering.
Oh my god, Andy!
What, you think this is funny?
I mean, kinda. You should have seen your...
Andy suddenly launches himself off the ladder, grabbing Natasha around the waist. The two hit the water with an enormous splash. Laughing, Andy pulls Natasha into the shallow end.
You jerk! If I still had my phone on me, you would be so dead.
Hey, it's your own fault for laughing at me. I was just leveling the playing field.
Oh yeah? Well...
Natasha slaps the surface of the pool, flinging a sheet of water into Andy's face.
Take that!
Hey, two can play at this game.
Andy splashes Natasha back, and the two chase each other around the shallow end, laughing and flinging water at each other.
Okay, I give up.
Woo! The incredible Natasha has defeated the mighty King Kang. Do I win a prize?
Yeah, sure. What are your demands, the incredible Natasha?
I want you to buy me coffee for a whole week.
A whole week? Harsh.
Oh yeah, and not plain old coffee either. I'm talking extra whip, double shot espresso, sprinkles on top.
Okay, but when my kingdom goes bankrupt, I'm gonna tell the angry mobs of peasants it's your fault.
Come on, don't be a sore loser. I let you off easy.
How about a rematch then? Double or nothing.
Don't you dare! I've got enough water in my ears already!
Andy starts gliding forward, an evil grin on his face.
What was that? I can't hear you with all the water in my ears.
No!
Natasha scrambles up the pool steps, breathless with laughter.
All right, let's go find Britney's dryer and blast that baby on high heat.
Sounds good.
Clothes dripping, Natasha and Andy climb out of the pool and head back inside. Natasha peeks into Britney's room and sees a pair of legs sticking out from under the bed.
Britney?
Stacy wriggles out from under the bed and pops up to standing, dusting off her clothes.
Oh, hey Natasha. What are you doing up here?
What are you doing? Did you find anything good under there?
A couple of disgustingly fuzzy plates, but not what I was looking for.
First of all, ew. Second of all, what are you looking for?
Stacy shrugs, walking around the bend and wrenching open an armoire.
Someone in the kitchen suggested a game of Twister, and Britt said it'd be up here somewhere. Help me look?
Natasha walks over to Britney's desk and hesitantly begins to shift things around.
This is really weird.
It's fine. We got permission to be up here. Or I did.
Stacy gets up and opens the closet. As she does, the things on the top shelf begin to wobble and fall.
Stacy, watch out!
In a flash, Natasha rushes over and pulls Stacy back out of the way of the falling stuffed animals. After a bit of silence, Natasha and Stacy both burst into laughter.
There goes my attempt at bravado.
Hey, you saved me from this awful, very soft, plushy fate. I call that pretty brave. My hero.
They continue to laugh before stooping down. They pick up a few of the stuffed animals and inspect them. They look well worn.
Wow, look at all these.
Tell me about it. She gave me crap for the one stuffed penguin I keep on my bed.
Aw, penguin. What's its name?
His name is Pinguino P. Piddlefluff. Or something else that's way cooler than that.
Natasha laughs, moving more stuffed animals out of the way.
Oh, here we go.
Underneath the avalanche fallout, Natasha finds the box for Twister, and underneath that, a thick leather-bound book. She picks it up.
What's that?
I think it's... Yeah, it's the yearbook from Britney's middle school.
Stacy snatches it up quickly, flipping it open. Her eyes grow wide.
Stacy, don't hug it!
Sorry, I got excited. Come here, you have to look at this.
Natasha moves to stand beside her and peers over her shoulder. There's a picture of Britney in 8th grade, with high pigtails and a smile full of braces.
Wow, check out those pigtails.
I'm kind of disappointed that she looks the same as we all did in middle school.
What? Did you expect just a photo of a giant egg about to hatch?
Stacy laughs and flips through more pages. She backs up to sit on the bed and Natasha plops down next to her. She flips to the back of the book.
Wow, check out all these signatures.
Natasha traces her fingers down the signatures covering the autograph pages. Nearly every page is full.
And these weren't even just have a good summer.
Stacy closes the book and rests it on her lap.
Natasha, you're like me, right? Like, you think I'm nice, or...
Sure, I guess. Why are you asking?
Stacy sighs. She traces a finger around one of the smiling faces on the yearbook cover.
People used to like Britney. Like, genuinely, and not out of fear, or suck up to her, or whatever. And then she turned into... well, you know.
Boy, do I.
Do you think that could happen to me?
I think that would never happen.
You're just saying that?
Nope, I mean it. You never end up like Britney. You might be similar to Britney in some ways, but you differ in one very important way. You care about people other than yourself. Sometimes you care about them more than yourself.
Stacy looks up to Natasha, her eyelashes damp and her eyes shining. She didn't realize how close they were until just now.
You really mean it?
I really do.
That means a lot, especially coming from you.
Stacy inclines her head towards Natasha, ever so slightly, leaving less space than before. Natasha leans over and wraps her arms around Stacy's shoulders. Squeezing her tight, she sniffles a little.
I'm really happy we're hanging out again, Natasha.
Same here. I don't know how any of you got along with me, if we're being honest.
Stacy laughs, gently pulling away.
Let's get back to the party, yeah? They're probably looking for us.
She picks up the twister box and shakes it, its contents rattling.
Oops, I forgot all about that. I might sit this one out. If someone wants to play Taboo, come find me.
Suit yourself.
Natasha leaves Brittany's room, shutting the door tight behind her. Trapdoor hinges creak softly as Natasha climbs up into the attic, pausing at the top of the ladder. She squints into the dim room.
Hello? Ava?
A low, spooky voice calls out from the shadows.
No, Ava here. Only ghost.
Oh, never mind then. If you go see Ava anywhere, can you tell her?
Ava steps out from behind a dusty mannequin.
Get up here, you dork.
I'm the dork. You're the one hiding in the dark making ghost noises.
Natasha climbs the rest of the way up and stops to take a look around.
Wow, the attic is super creepy. There's totally a skeleton in one of these trunks, right?
You'd think so, but I already checked. Not even a femur to be found.
Ava sweeps some of the dust off of an old footlocker and sits down. Natasha takes a seat beside her.
Hey, Ava. I've been wondering something.
Sup?
It's about your powers. What does it feel like?
You know when you get really, really angry and you feel like there's this pressure building up inside you? The first time it was like that. I felt like I had to release the pressure or I was gonna pop. Now it just feels like electricity or something, like buzzing under my skin that wants to reach out and...
Ava points at a stack of books. The top book lifts up, then flips over, dropping back into place.
Impressive! You're getting so good at this.
You're kind of easy to impress, you know that? Should have been there when I broke a pencil in half this morning.
That does sound pretty amazing. But I'd be more impressed if you could make the mannequin dance.
Ava leans forward, her brow creasing in concentration. The mannequin suddenly lurches into the air. Its base thumps against the floor as it tips from side to side, spinning in jerky circles.
I guess one would call that dancing.
Like you could do better if you had no ass to shake.
It's amazing how much control you have over your powers now.
Thanks. I'm really starting to feel like they're mine, you know? That stuff Lily said about Mr. Red using the powers to control me. Don't tell anyone, but it kind of freaked me out.
I could tell.
I'm really glad you're not freaked out. Back at the hospital, I was pretty scared that I was gonna hurt you.
I wasn't. I trust you, Ava. And honestly, I'm glad we're friends again. I know I said it before, but I missed you a lot. You're one of the bravest people I've ever met, and you make me feel brave too. I'm so grateful that you're my friend.
Ava looks at Natasha for a long time. A smile finally twitches at the corner of her mouth.
So is it too late to back out of this friends thing? Y'all are totally ruining my image.
Too late! We're besties now! I'm gonna make us matching t-shirts!
Natasha wraps Ava in a bear hug and starts chanting in a sing-song voice.
Best friends! Best friends! Best friends!
Ava makes retching sounds, swatting at her arms.
Shut up! You love it!
Natasha sneaks through the door of the hallway that seems to be Brittany's parents' study.
Lucas?
Lucas whirls around, the book in his hand falling to the floor.
Oh, Natasha,
He tries to act casually, reaching a palm out to lean against a bookshelf and catching only air. He folds his arms across his chest.
Smooth. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I know I shouldn't be in here, but...
He gestures at the shelves as though they're an answer.
It's a nice office, isn't it? This is pretty similar to what I'd want one day.
It is. You know what the best part is?
He watches Natasha intently as she moves around the desk and runs her hand over the cool leather of the armchair behind it.
Come on, take a seat.
No, I couldn't. A man's desk chair is his own private sanctum.
Just sit down. There's nobody around to tell you no. And I know you want to.
Natasha walks over and steers Lucas toward the chair, pushing him down into it.
So?
Lucas runs his hands over the armrests, grinning.
It's as nice as I thought it'd be.
Ha! I knew it. This place has you written all over it.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the suave charm. You know, that whole gel hair, 20 under 20, private jet at 30 thing.
I can honestly say I don't know this thing.
Basically, the rest of us are flailing, and you're on a whole other student of the year level.
Lucas chuckles a little, but his eyes still seem a bit sad. Natasha perches at the edge of the desk, facing him.
You of all people should know I'm not as together as I seem.
Guess so, but you're still more together than the rest of us, you know?
But sometimes I feel like I'm hanging on by a thread.
I mean, it makes sense why you would. With student council, keeping your grades, being on every committee. You do so much, and you do it all by yourself. It's really incredible. But I want you to know that you can rely on me anytime.
A silence follows, the air buzzing with promise. Natasha and Lucas lock eyes. A breath of space between them. Lucas reaches Natasha's hand, folding her hand between his. Natasha's expression shifts into mild confusion, but she doesn't pull away. She stares at him, searching.
I'm sorry, Natasha.
For what? Is this because of those pills? You don't need to apologize.
I do. I'm actually embarrassed you found out. You must be ashamed of me.
Ashamed? Why would you say something like that?
Because I like you.
You like me? As in...
Lucas's face turns completely red.
We've been friends for 10 years, but I've had a crush on you since we were kids. But when high school started and I saw you, I fell in love with you even more. There were so many times I wanted to reach out to you and ask you out, but I never could, because I never had the time. I was so busy all the time. Even the small moments that I was with you, the conversations were always something related to my tasks. Still, I loved every single second I spent with you, but now this came to the surface.
Lucas.
Suddenly, Natasha finds herself on the brink of tears.
Hey, did I said something wrong?
Why would you? I don't even have anything. I'm not popular. I'm not smart. I'm not rich. I can't do anything properly without someone helping me. Except maybe even singing, but that's beside the point. I know we've known each other for 10 years, but still, why would you choose me? I'm a nobody.
Natasha trails off once Lucas's palms brush against her tear-stained cheeks. But she neither pulls away nor pushes his hand off. Rather, Natasha looks at Lucas wide-eyed, with another searching look.
It doesn't matter. All of that is still you. And that's enough for me.
Lucas moves one hand to the back of Natasha's neck and pulls her in for a searing kiss. She feels her head spinning. And then he pulls away, leaving her breathless.
Is this good enough confirmation?
Yes?
Lucas grins. He opens his mouth to speak, but Natasha cuts him off by kissing him again. This time, he can't catch his breath.
I'm really happy I came tonight after all.
The two continue to kiss passionately, letting the night take them over. Lucas drives to Natasha's home and drops her off in front of her house.
Thanks for the ride. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Same here.
The two share another kiss, and after a moment, they pull apart and Lucas drives away.
That was such a good party.
As Natasha walks up the long walkway to her house, in the early hours of the morning, something makes her stop, her instincts of danger kicking in.
What the?
Natasha spins in a slow circle, unsure of what she's looking for. It's not a sound or a smell, just a feeling.
I guess...
Natasha does another full rotation, seeing nothing.
I guess it's nothing.
As soon as Natasha's in her room, she kicks her shoes off and heads for the shower and puts her headphones on. A moment later, she flicks off the bedroom light. But as she's about to drop into bed, she feels her instincts again, growing more and more, making her feel like she can't breathe and her heart is beating fast.
What the hell is this feeling?
Natasha turns to reach for the lamp switch again, hands shaking, when something outside her bedroom window catches her eye. She opens it and touches the ledge, when suddenly her vision blurs.
Alright, it's about damn time someone teached you not to be so cocky with the likes of me!
Natasha sees Cody on the roof of her house, about to break in, when suddenly, a shadowy figure appears behind him, and Cody suddenly freezes. Sweat runs down his face as he turns and faces the shadow and...
Oh shit!
In a panic, Cody slips from the roof and falls down towards a tree, a branch stabbing him through his heart. Cody looks up seeing the shadow, and looks at Natasha's window seeing the bathroom lights from the door. He extends his hand to the window for help, but his eyes roll back, and... Natasha begins to breathe fast in panic as she sees blood on her hands, and looks through the window ledge, and sees blood smeared in the window. The marks of the hands being Mr. Red's. Natasha leans in close, looking down as the clouds part. A shaft of moonlight hits the tree outside, and she sees it clearly.